Hello there, travelers, and welcome to our story. My name is Kieran, and I'm a bit late because I was eating dinner. Hello! So, we're doing something a little different tonight. I have done plenty of model assembly streams before. However, this one is for a different purpose. This particular set is not for me. It's not necessarily for someone I know. I'm going to be doing this one with the intent of selling it. So, as you see, like, on eBay and stuff, there's always, like, oh, pro-painted, blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna try my hand at it. I never thought I was good enough to do it. Like, I always figured my painting style was, like, it's good enough for me. The high end of amateur. It's good enough that, like, I can be proud of it, and people can look at the models and be like, oh, that's cool, what are you doing? Oh, Danny, thank you so much for subbing. Thank you. Yeah, 9 months, friendship baby, or sub baby. That sounds weird. Anyway, so I put a little poll up earlier today on what I would do for my first pro-painted selling attempt. And I had it between 3 choices. There was the Death Guard, the Plague Marines, the Warp Coven, aka Thousand Suns, the Tzeentch Marines, and this one, the Nemesis Claw, which is the Night Lords. So this one won the poll by, I think, a single vote, actually. So we're gonna make a Nemesis Claw team. Probably not gonna be able to make the entire team tonight, just because this assembly takes a little while. But we are gonna do what we can. It would help. I had the sprues. What did I do with them? There they are. Okay, so here is the box. They look super neat. I love the aesthetic of the Night Lords. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there might actually be enough to make 10 Marines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I do believe there is a full set of 10 in here, which is interesting because a Nemesis Claw kill team is only 6 people. Hello, Duck. Yeah, so we're just gonna get underway. We're gonna try and get this done. So what you get in the set is pretty standard. It's these 3 sprues here. Hey, Harmony, how's it going? So 3 sprues here for the just regular Chaos Space Marine Legionaries. And then we have this one super special sprue, which is all the Night Lords upgrades, which looks super neat. They have a really cool, like, gothic bat look to them that I really like. They look very, like, vampire-inspired, even though they themselves are not vampires. So with that in mind, actually, let's put some music on in the background here. Oops. Yeah, got some Castlevania-inspired stuff in the background here. Okay. Just turn that down a little, make sure that's not too loud. So, yeah, we're just gonna start from the top, work our way through. We're probably gonna start with the squad leader. So much stuff in this guide. Yeah, so we are gonna start with the Visionary, the squad leader guy. So, there are multiple loadouts you can give him. I think I know already what one I'm gonna go with, just because it just looks very Night Lordsy. It's the most, like, flavorful one. Yeah, I could give the Visionary a bolt pistol and a power fist, a bolt pistol and a power maul, a bolt pistol and a power weapon. All sounds pretty good, but a plasma pistol and a Nostraman chain blade. That is unique. No other Chaos Space Marine faction has something like that. So I am gonna go with that loadout. Alright, so first things first, I gotta find the parts. I hope you're all doing well today. Hope you're all having a good week. Had a little bit of a busy day at work. Less busy day tomorrow. It's a weird day tomorrow, actually, because we're doing the SAT testing, so it's only a half day, which is nice. But I do have a lot of paperwork to do in the background, so this side. All right, so either A116 or A116. 116, I think, is for the leader. Yeah, that looks much more fancy. Okay, there's that. Then we need a plasma pistol. So there's a couple in this kit. There's one that's got a chain coming from it. I think that one is a little cooler looking. Then we'll need arms. It's always one of the more time-consuming parts at the beginning of assembly when you got the full sprues, but then later as you clip parts out, the process of elimination becomes easier. And then, oh, we've got a lot of B parts. So these are all from the Nightlord specific sprue. So we'll need the cape, because he's fancy. We shall need a head. Specifically, they want B3. Oh yeah, I see why. It's got bigger wings. And then we need B2, which is his sword. Oh, that looks so cool. Yeah, this is, yeah, that's what his sword looks like. It's like the guard itself is somebody's rib cage. It's like a little skull motif in the blade itself. That's awesome. Hey, Plucky, how's it going? Oh, thank you so much for the bits. Oh my gosh. Thank you. But welcome in. You're just in time. We're just getting started. And I need his gun arm. It's just gonna be 107. Where are you? I'm probably looking right at it and not realizing it. Or I'm just lying to myself, it's not even on this sprue. What the heck? Driving home but lurking. Okie dokie. Have a safe drive. There's 107. I found you, you rogue. Okay. And then we need a 143, which is one of the champion backpacks. There you are. So, sorry I was a little late. I was eating dinner. Okay. Now the most fun part, the cleaning. Pretty noticeable, just because this is mostly just standard Chaos Space Marine sprue, which get printed out a lot. So the molds tend to see the most wear and tear. painted Night Lords before, so it'll be a new experience. But I do love their color scheme. This really nice rich blue, gold trim, like red accents, like the cape itself. I think is going to be. I'm still debating whether to make the cape red or make it look like it's made out of skin. Either would be quite valid. And then the one thing that really sets apart a Night Lord's paint job. Just drop the body. There you are. Okay. The one thing that really sets apart a Night Lord's paint job is the lightning. Night Lord's armor has this really cool pale blue lightning kind of rippling across it, and it looks really neat. So that'll be like a final detail kind of thing that I add to it in the late stages. Lenses are probably going to be like a really vibrant, like reddish orange. It'll look nice with the blue. So yeah, it should be a fun paint job. Oops. Very clumsy today. Part of that is that right before making dinner, I woke up from a nap. I was in a very, very deep sleep. I was super tired when I got home today. Stayed up too late again. Put these instructions off to the side, it's not cluttering up the table as much. Just have that just on the side of the frame there. Okay. Accidentally stabbed myself. Might be the first time I've stabbed myself in close model assembly. Injury we've had. Mine would probably be when I drilled through my finger. Not all the way through, it was like halfway through. Ironically, that was while I was putting together a cauldron of blood. Specifically while I was magnetizing it. I think I've told that story on stream before. Getting a lot of shadows. I think I will turn on another light in just a second. A little brighter, nice. Okay. And I ran over one cord again. Headphone cord, you are the bane of my existence. Okay. Alright, let's see here. I guess we'll do the arms with the weapons. So who else is excited about tomorrow? For those who don't know, Wednesday is a special day. It's Crooked Monday. I'm much excited. Did you straighten the morning? Actually going fairly quick as assembly goes, but I have built many Chaos Space Marines, so I'm pretty used to that process. Tried making Warhammer minis once and gave up after the glue dried. Paints were so expensive, and I was a poor boy. That is valid. The cost of the hobby is definitely a big barrier. Thankfully, like, you don't necessarily need the really expensive GW paints. I guess it depends on, like, the experience of the painter, too. Because I know, was it, I think her name's Wargamer Girl, I believe. She mostly paints with just, like, cheap dollar store paints. Which I don't know how she does it. That is some wizardry right there. Because those paints are really thick, so you have to thin them down quite a bit, and they're not as easy to mix. But she finds a way, and her models look really good. Okay, just leave the weapon arms to dry for a little bit. Backpack is probably one of the most annoying pieces to clean. There's a lot of nooks and crannies. I painted minis. I painted my D&D mini and some Dark Souls board game minis. Nice! I painted some Dark Souls board game minis too, as a gift from Mocha. First attempt was horrible. My D&D mini I'm low-key proud of, considering it's my second attempt ever. That's awesome! Yeah, for as a Christmas gift from my little dragon wife. She really likes the Dark Souls, so I got her the Painted World of Ariamis set and the Darkroot Basin set, because those contain some of her favorite bosses, namely Priscilla and Artorias. She has what I would consider a somewhat unhealthy fascination with Artorias, to the point where I find myself oddly becoming jealous. But it made her very happy. Yeah, Priscilla actually was really fun to paint. Because I know she's like pretty much all white with some skin tone, and then her scythe. So what I did is, for her hair, I based it in a very, very light gray, and then did a thin down black wash to bring out the detail, and then dry brush highlighted up to pure white. And then for her dress, that's supposed to be white too. So what I did with that is I actually base coated it in a really pale blue, and then did a thin down blue wash, and then highlighted up to white. So it has like kind of a cold, icy appearance to it, which turned out looking pretty darn good. Yeah, Artorias was actually really easy to do. Sif was way more difficult. Sif comes with that set. I don't know, for some reason, like, doing fur patterns on animals, I have trouble with sometimes. To do a little bit of, like, blending and very accurate dry brushing, to be very precise. Yeah, what I'll have to do sometime, I'll have to get her to take pictures of the sets. Because I took pictures when I was done with them, but they weren't like professional pictures. I didn't have my lightbox set up. So I just kind of took casual ones as they were sitting on the desk, and they don't look that, it doesn't show the detail as much as it would if I like did a proper photography session. So yeah, so I'll either have her take pictures where she is, or she's actually coming to visit in April. So about actually like almost a month from tomorrow actually. She's coming up for about a week because it's my spring break, and it also happens to be our 1-year anniversary. So we're gonna hang out, go out on some dates, play some games, and actually my dad's coming up for a few days too, from Florida. So they're gonna get to meet for the first time. I need shoulder pads for this guy. B4 and B5. Big plans, yes! It's gonna be a fun time. So, March is always a very, very long month for me as a teacher because there aren't a whole lot of days off. There's some half days, and like last Friday I had off, sort of, not really. It was basically an at-home, like self-directed professional development kind of thing. So we had to like get some paperwork stuff done and then check in later and say what we did. Oops. Isn't fully dry, so what I should be doing, if I was smart, I would just be doing a little assembly line thing, building multiple guys, and that would give individual parts to time to dry. But like I said, that's if I were a smart owl. And the shoulder pads, and then he will be done. 1 down, 9 to go. Shay, hello. Oh, why would you do this, Shay? Can the sweetest and most adorable, you know, I see. Thank you. But also, Shay is a heckin' cutie bear, and you should follow her because she's amazing. Ah! Oh, cape kind of got in the way a little bit. Take that back? No, I will not. I defy you. Purple app doesn't seem to want me to change my name. Oh no. You are on hiatus, yes, but you are inaccurate on the second part because you are very interesting and wonderful and sweet and entertaining, and you are my friend. Yay. Shay and I have been friends for a long time, actually. It's like almost as long as I've been a VTuber. There we go. Just gotta put him on his base, and he will be ready. There we go. One Nemesis Claw Visionary. So who's next? So next, ooh, okay, so we can either build a regular warrior, meh, or the Fearmonger. You know, you were on for my debut stream, but I think it just met you. Yeah. Was it the 2.0 debut? Question mark. I hope so, because my actual debut was a disaster. Let's see here. The first. Oh no! I'm so sorry. That was not... My actual debut was not a good debut. It's thankfully been scrubbed from the memory of the internet. Yeah, I mean, full honesty, it was so bad that I cried afterward because I felt like I completely failed. Alright, 21 and 20. Yeah, it was a very depressing debut because I had like spent weeks and weeks and weeks working up to it and like getting people that I knew to say they would come, and then the day happened and nobody showed up. Almost. And yeah, so I just played Space Marine for a couple hours and then turned it off and nearly cried. Remember we had a rude person in chat too, thankfully. But yeah, I don't remember that particular person, but I've had rude people come in every so often. But it is what it is. I think I've done a pretty... Well, it's not that I've done a pretty decent job, it's that I've been pretty dang lucky in the sort of people that I have attracted to this channel. I think on the whole, they've been very wholesome and wonderful people. Oh, like Maya, who just showed up. Hello. All right, we need a knife. It appears to be dripping with poison. And then we need his gun. So I think the Fearmonger's thing is that they, like, I think their blade is, like, drenched in fear toxin or something like that. That would make sense. Like, I don't get trolls often, but I do get to really want to put me around like a troll. Yeah. Oof. I remember I had that happen once when, it was when I did, what was it? Love Wish, I think was the game. It was like, it was the first Otome game I've ever played on stream. I think the only one to date that I've done. It was the debut of Princess Kiki. That's when I started getting some really weird requests in chat. Ding, 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 ding. Let's see. And then we need some Night Lord specific shoulder pads, and we need the head for this guy, which is B9. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. Oh, he's got a hood. That's pretty cool. When Holly and I started, we had one guy ask how old we were, and I sort of both adults, and this guy says, "Oh no." Eesh. Yeah, that's creepy. Yeah, from what I've seen, she's such a sweetheart too. Let's see, B8. There we go. Some sort of poison vial, it looks like. Never got weird requests in chat, but I would always remember the person who DM'd me right after my debut to ask me to... Oh, no. Jeez. People. Turn this around for especially bad. Yeah, it's a strange little world that we inhabit in the VTubing sphere. Those shoulder pads, and then I think we'll give him one of the fancy looking legionary ones. This one should do. Filter myself heavily when my hair. It's fine. Besides, if someone's like chaotic and unhinged and stuff, that's not that doesn't mean they aren't a kind and wonderful person, which you are, by the way. And like the second you are able to, you need to hop on and play some games with me. Because I miss playing games with you because you're really fun. Furio, oh no, a nice wonderful person that I enjoy spending time with. Ah. But if you want to see Unhinged, stay tuned for the future sessions of Crooked Moon. Something gonna happen. Always open to play games. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. I will message you. Because we gotta do the stuff. Besides, I mean, look at Mocha. Clearly, I don't have issues with people who are unhinged. Did I give Wind a try? Well, I have not. Because I am a rebellious Awu. I would say, if anything, it's more that you've tolerated me. My little semi-hidden gremlin side. Yeah, I would posit I'm a little less SFW than I used to be. Remember when I started out, I was kind of like squeaky clean. But I've kind of relaxed a little bit. I would say it's like PG-13 here. DM me what I think about what you just said. Yeah, Rebel Wolf. Oh, you know what? You know what we're gonna do? Just to prove a point. Here's hold on. deal with it. Yeah. I was swearing one time in the collab and I felt so bad. Oh yeah, that is not an issue. Remember one time I was playing Speed Freaks with Cade, and we were just like chatting about something else unrelated, and then the like after game scoreboard popped up, and I was like in the top 3 for the first time ever. And I saw that, and I was like, oh, holy shit. I mean, holy heck. And then, of course, in Crooked Moon, I swear fairly frequently as Lloyd, so... I wear my sunglasses at night. What? What? All right. Let's see. Kind of want to build a ventriloquar. Ventriloquar, I think it's called. He is pretty boss looking, I'm not gonna lie. He's like a standard bearer, but the standard itself is like somebody's torso. Tell me what you think of the new PFP of Nya. Ooh. Wait, show me. I wanna see. Ooh, this gun's got a scope on it. That's pretty cool. It's got like a bolt carbine almost. I didn't know Chaos had more modern bolters. Maybe, probably stolen. Let's be honest, it's a Night Lord. They and Blood Ravens are not known for utilizing their own property. Oh, you started watching Crooked Moon? Awesome. Yeah, it's such a fun series. It's been a super fun campaign. Thanks in large part to the DM and the other players. Like, early episodes, Lloyd's just kind of there. I was just kind of a gruff, brooding fighter type. And then it over time, he developed as a character. So, because I've told the story before, but when Teeny first asked me to join the group, I was actually worried that I wouldn't be able to contribute much. Because even though, you know, I'm a writer, I love making fun, engaging characters, and I'm decent with words, I am like a forever DM. I'm usually the dungeon master. And so I have very, very little experience as a player. And I was worried that I would actually, like, hold people back. That I wouldn't really contribute that much. And that, like, if I was forced into social situations, I would just choke. So, and plus, like, at that time when the campaign started, I was dealing with a lot. So I had that kind of weighing on me. Sorry, Teeny's mom. you know what I found out? I found out my dad is actually watching this series now. I think so far he hasn't like delved too deeply into it. He's just seen like a couple of episodes, but he is aware of it. A roleplay moment in D&D and choked. I was looking forward to hamming it up and everything. Oh yeah, I hate when that happens. Ooh, this guy looks kind of boss so far. Where's this? Oh, it's a little poison vial. Where does that go? Goes there. Okay. Yeah, it's been really fun playing Lloyd. Yeah. I mean, those who have known me for a long time are aware of the existence of one Zenobia Malderis. And she's kind of the flagship character of the books that I'm working on in the background. Lloyd, at this point, rivals her for my favorite character to write. Okay. So, looks like the bottle's same on both sides. Okay. Bottle in place. And the heed. Once I get all those bits on, we will have a finished Fearmonger. Reading, what did you think about anything I wrote? I think it's really good, honestly, and I want to see more. So give me. And I am still thinking about doing the whole like teacher's lounge thing, where I can give like full reviews of stuff. But I would like to see more, please. Ooh, this piece here is pretty creepy. I need to get some leisure time to like read more stuff and write more stuff. Alas. Well, at least after April break, I should be on track for that because like there's only a little bit of April left after that, and then May usually goes by pretty quickly, and then June is just a short hop, skip, and a jump to graduation. And then I am free for the summer. So, last summer I was not nearly as productive as I wanted to be because I was dealing with a lot. I think most of y'all know. But this coming summer, I do have plans. Some things I definitely want to get done. There we go. One fearmonger. Yeah, like over the summer, I want to get a lot of writing done, I want to get a lot of painting done, and I want to make some more... I want to make some video content. I've been meaning to for a long time. Let's see, who's up next? I did say I wanted to make the ventriloquar. How far along is he? He's a ways in. Yeah, let's do it. Let's make ourselves a ventriloquar. The skin thief is pretty cool too. We'll get to him, but... Fearmonger, I go to battle. Give me your best fears. You are not strong enough for my fears. Okay, I need parts 1 and 2. Doom, 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 doom. And A3 and 131. Okay. And then we need a whole lot of special parts. He's avoiding repercussions in Discord. I haven't checked Discord. I'm streaming. Oh, your kitty is so cute. Tee. Okay. Ventriloquar stuff. So I think the thing with the ventriloquar is like the body that is on his little like icon pole thing. You can actually use to like call out to people and try to lure them out. Like it mimics people, which is really horrifying. She's been so sassy lately, and I don't know why. I can posit a reason. She is cat. Cats are little sassy gremlins. I know this all too well. Actually, when I laid down for a nap earlier, I woke up and 3 of them were on me. Even though it was in the 70s today, it was really nice. So they're not freezing. They have no reason to be clinging to me so. Let's see. That's a cool piece. They're famous for their miscreant behavior. Yeah, Alto Hello Crow. Let's see. What is his head? 33. Okay. And then he needs B28. Yep. He's got himself a chainsword. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Yeah, so after the ventriloquar, I think we'll build the skin thief and then maybe the screecher. And I do think I'm going to try and get a couple of gunners in the squad. I know you can only take 1 in a standard squad, but since I'm building 10 dudes instead of the standard 6, I can put a couple of gunner options. So I was thinking maybe a melt-a-gun as one of them, and maybe, I don't know, Flamer is fun and thematic for the Night Lords, but Plasma Gun is probably more effective. So I'll have to think about that. And then there's a heavy gunner. Heavy bolter is probably good. I don't know, I don't see the Night Lords doing a lot of like heavy weapon shenanigans. Doesn't seem like them. But I'll include one anyway. Let's see, what are the other operative options? So Fearmonger, Gunner, Heavy Gunner, Screecher, Skin Thief, Ventriloquar, and then just Warriors, actually. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think I'll have like 2 slots that are just kind of flexible. I can just build Warriors. Maybe one Warrior with a Chainsword and the other with a Bolter. That way they have the options. So I also have to think about how much I would charge for this. Seems some pro painted squads sell for quite a pretty penny. Oh, oh, Plucky, thank you so much for the sub. Wait. Go. All right, so this thing I should probably put together. One thing I'm thinking about doing after a big reveal that is coming up for Crooked Moon, I think I might on maybe on my channel release some audios of conversations that I've been writing in between sessions between Lloyd and another party. It could be fun little content. Because in his off time between adventures, he's been chatting away with somebody. Not always willingly, but this pole of his is very flimsy. So if the squad does sell, I'll have to be careful packing him. What I think I will do too with this, I don't know how much y'all follow like the model painting scene. There's this one channel, Blue Table Painting. I haven't watched them in a while. I'll have to see if they're still doing their thing. Blue Table Painting is this company, I think they're out of Utah, and a whole bunch of painters working for them. They do some amazing work. Oh, thank you for the hydrate and the posture check. Ugh, big stretch. But one thing they do as part of their business is they do these big battle reports where they kind of like showcase some of the projects, some of the lots that they have, and they use that to sell them. So I think I might actually do that. Just like anything that I paint up to sell, I'll feature it in a battle report. That way I can kind of advertise it. This thing looks so sick. I'm also probably assembling off camera. I just realized I've been like down at the corner of my table. Let me see if I can fix that. Down a little bit. Okay. Oh, and I need an arm for him, didn't I? B29. Hmm. 23. 29, there it is. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I need to clear up some desk space. Definitely one of the less organized model workshops I've done. Yeah. Yeah, so by the end of the stream I should have 4 guys built up, which 1 guy per half hour roughly equates to. Not the fastest assembly I've ever done, but not the slowest either. Come on. Stay on there. Do, 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 do. Another thing, actually, that I want to do over the summer, there are some online courses I want to take to kind of improve some general skills. I was thinking of taking a writing course, actually. Like, my writing skills are okay, but they could use some polish. Not to mention, like, taking a course and, like, seeing how other people are doing their thing and working on their craft might help keep me motivated a bit. Because I find that I'm more motivated when I have other writers around me. It's like motivation by osmosis. do some more leisure reading too. Yeah, and then I was also going to take a course on elocution, because I know I stumble over words a lot, and my speech speeds up a lot. Kind of lose track mid-sentence. Part of that's the ADHD, but... I do want to practice speaking more clearly to hone my voice acting skills. I must hone my vocal powers. Should be a decent position for it. Not a great contact point on that. I think, like, what else do I want to make? Ooh, ASMR. I need to make some more ASMR role plays. I kind of miss making those. So I gotta find myself some good scripts. One that can make proper use of my vocal type. There we go. One ventriloquar. Yeah. Hey, Quaver, how's it going? All right. Our basic squad is halfway done. So like I said, I think we are going to make ourselves a little skin thief. Because he is really freaking cool looking. Just did that was all tabbed in 14, just went about. Oh, I'm so sorry. Good team. We do have Tomb Kings, actually. Yeah, they are right over here. That doesn't get me, dummy. I know, but it gets other people in chat. Let's see, we need 10 and 11. Try and stream and I copy the ASMR mod like that. Oh, well. 11, where is 11? There you are. Oh, it reminds me of a thing I did once. I remember one time someone did the ASMR redeem and had me read the You Were Poggers speech. It was amazing. Cat says hi too, we cuddling. Aww. Good kitty. But yeah, it's just like, babe, I'm breaking up with you. It's not you. You were poggers. It's me. I'm Omega Lol. It was so stupid. Let's see how. So either A12 or B12. I think we are going to do ourselves a B12, because that is the skin thief bit. Saw the Mechanica Suwu speech on my 25 recap. Yeah. She showed me that. I completely forgot that I did that. And it's funny because I've said this many times before. When I first became a VTuber, I didn't expect to take off at all. I mean, I still haven't, but like, for the main reason that I did not think anyone would really like my voice. I have gone most of my life thinking that my voice was not great to listen to. I freaking love this weapon that the Skin Thief has. It's like a chain blade spear thing. So cool. I know he's got special shoulder pads. That's not comforting. Oh, I'm glad. Stop it, you're making me blush. Buttering crumpets. But yeah, a lot of it did stem from a moment in childhood, actually. I think when I was I had to have been like 14 or 15 at the time. And I was sitting in Spanish class, actually. And there was a girl sitting across from me, actually, across as in like the next seat over to my left. And I'd known this girl for years. We went to elementary school together, and so every now and then we'd like chat before class started, and we're friendly. Why did I clip this bit out? I don't need it. And just one day I was talking to her about something, I don't even remember what, and she just like made a sound of frustration and looked over at me and just very bluntly said, "Your voice is so annoying." And I just fell dead silent. I was like, "Oh, okay." And I never struck up a conversation again, and I stopped talking to people in general because I thought that they were all annoyed to hear my voice. So yeah, it was years and years and years and years later that people actually started giving me feedback to the contrary of that. So yeah. I remember this was it had to have been in my 20s, question mark. I was dating somebody and they commented one evening as we were hanging out, like, "Your voice is really soothing, like it helps me go to sleep and it's just really relaxing." I was like, "What?" I had no idea. It was the first time I'd ever gotten that feedback, and it was just like this complete mind-blowing moment. And now I do ASMR and voice act. Which I can't wait to share some of those Lloyd audios. Man. I can't yet because spoilers, but Yeah, so for those who have been following the series, there is one audio I made recently. I kind of want to do another take of it because it wasn't the best cut. And I think like in doing the mixing and sound editing later, I kind of screwed up a couple things that I need to go back and fix. But I made an audio, I think, over the weekend. And if you're familiar with the Netty Stick incident from the campaign, it revolves around that. It's a conversation that takes place after that happened. And you learn the full story behind Cousin Nettie. And it's really screwed up and amazing. So yeah, so if you're not familiar with the Netty Stick incident, definitely go over to Teeny's channel and first of all subscribe, and second of all start watching those episodes. I believe, I want to say it was, when was it? It was in between Fox Willow and Dawn's Gate. It was in between those two arcs. Was it on the way back from Fox Willow that happened? Question mark? Oh, Quiver, thank you so much for the sub. Subscribe so you can see how cool and talented my friends are. Yes, Maya and Harmony and Ven and Kage are super, super talented. That was on the way back from Dawn's Gate? No, it couldn't have been on the way back from Dawn's Gate, because this was like before their big blowout, which was right before we left for Dawn's Gate. So it had to have been in between those two big events. Oops. Episode 26? Ooh, that might be it. I see. Yes, because I see in the comments, if Lloyd really does want a bludgeoning implement, I recommend a threshing flail. Yeah, so it had to have been that episode. Yeah, so episode 26. Yeah, Fox Willow was a while ago. That was half the current run of the series ago. But that was such a good arc. Man. Definitely some of the most fun I've had in a boss fight. Is that the one where Lloyd knocked Nell out? Yes. With an unlit torch. Used it as an improvised club. And I think I got a crit. To be fair, Lloyd thought Nell was going to drown herself. Because she was under the delusion that she needed to return to the sea. Despite not being from the sea. Yeah, so fun note going into that episode, if you're all gonna go watch it, the Netty Stick thing was completely improvised. But after that session, I think it was the next day, I was just sitting there thinking, like, there needs to be some backstory around why Lloyd did that. And so I made one, and it's really dark. Shoulder pads are tricky. get a hook in these. There we go. So yeah, this guy's wearing other people's skins. Yeah, Night Lords are terrifying, actually. I actually have a feeling if a certain character were a Space Marine, he would probably be a Night Lord. I think I kind of need that art now. Let's see. Backstory and lore in D&D is an ever-evolving thing. Like in one of my campaigns, which we didn't finish, I had the idea from a character that Common wasn't his first language, his first being Draconic was Dragonborn, so he had the quirk of not using contractions in his speech. Yeah, that is a fun little quirk to put in. Trying to think, like, because like I know in Lloyd's case, he stammers a lot and gets very awkward in conversation. So it's like I've been dropping hints that he has various forms of anxiety. Like definitely social anxiety, and he also, as of the boat scene with Crossroads and all that, he was really scared by the crowds. So I always knew that like a phobia of crowds was a thing. And for some more background, for those unfamiliar, the Harvestborn are created in a land called Enoch. And funny enough, after that episode, when I went to look up the proper name of the phobia, Enochlophobia, the fear of crowds, I was like, wow, that I could not have planned that better myself. So yeah, which, I mean, it makes sense for Lloyd. He grew up in isolated wilderness. His family were pretty much the only people he knew until he met Annabelle. And like, I mean, there was his stint in the militia, but that wasn't really a social situation. So he just doesn't have much experience with being in crowded spaces. Just like me, for real. Yeah. We often put ourselves into our characters. Yeah, he's like, he cares, but he's not good at showing it, and I relate to that. Unsocialized pumpkin pie, yeah. He was was a farmer and then a soldier, and he went a good decade of his life during like his formative childhood years without most of his soul, so he didn't have a personality during that time. He's had a rough go. So much has happened to this pumpkin man. Yes, oh my god. Y'all have no idea. And I think with the event that's going to be happening soon, a lot of his past is going to come out. So we'll learn the full story behind Lloyd and why he is the way he is. We're getting there with this guy. So I think after we finish the Skin Thief, we'll probably call it there. And then the other members of the squad I'll probably build up tomorrow before session. Or if there's like stretches where Lloyd's not doing a lot, and I might just be building a couple in the background. Because he probably is going to be kind of T-posing for a decent amount of the time. He's got a lot to think about. Cat is asleep making his biscuits. Aww. Yeah, mine are constantly making biscuits on me. I imagine that's what I'm in for after stream ends. So putting together weapon arms like these, where it's like a 3-piece bit, can be a little complicated. Let that sit for a minute. Yeah. Hey, Gabby, how's it going? Yeah, tomorrow should be a lot of fun. And I'm especially excited for the next time we level up, because Lloyd is doing something special. He. His next level is not going to be a fighter level. I'm so excited. And I have thought more and more about it, and I think if I get the motivation for it and enough inspiration, I do think I want to write some Lloyd fiction. Like, possibly from when he was human. So you get that full story. On the topic of Cookie Moon and Adventurous, been thinking about a character idea for Neon Odyssey. A machinist disciple that's basically a 40k tech priest. Ooh, that could be fun. Trying to find a buyer for my kidneys. God, no. I mean, if you do find a buyer and, like, you want to send the money over here, awesome, because, ooh, bills are piling up a little bit. Returned from making soup and feeding Harv. Yeah. Takes level in Bard, equipped a two-handed club, grows a mustache, and renames himself Briar Thornberry. Smashing. Thinking about it a lot, but struggling a bit to put on paper. That is valid. Sometimes you'll find that that kind of inspiration comes when you least expect it. Like, a lot of the Lloyd dialogues that I've been writing have just been random. Just the thought occurs to me, like, oh, this could be a fun little thing to write, and then I do it. But when that inspiration hits, like, definitely that's the time to write it. Do not delay, because if you're anything like me, it'll just, like, fly out of your head if you don't put it down. There we go. And, alright, so I just need to put the shoulder pads on. Man, why do I have such an early bedtime? I'll just stay up and make stuff. It's actually something I had mentioned to my therapist last time we met. I just had this moment where I just thought, like, man, I would love to just spend the rest of my life just making things. I like being a creator. But alas, it do not pay the bills. Alright. Get you on your base, buddy. It's the long-term plan. Yeah. It is a worthy plan. Kind of be your own boss, do what you love. I'm sure it still comes with its own stresses, but, like, not the stresses I'm dealing with right now. Alright. One skin thief. Ready for basing and priming. So yeah. So that's what we've managed to do today. Got 4 out of 10 of our Night Lord Nemesis Claw team assembled. So yeah, so like I said, I think I'm gonna add a couple of gunners, one heavy gunner, the Screecher, and then round out the squad with a couple of warriors, one with a bolter and one with the chainsword. The new Night Lords. It's not the new Night Lords. This is the kill team, the Nemesis Claw. So my plan for this is I'm gonna build these guys up, paint them, and then actually try to sell them, because I've never made something to sell before, and I'm curious to see if there will be any buyers. So it'll be a little bit of a lengthy project, but hopefully work out. Question mark. No idea. So yeah, and I've never painted Night Lords before, so it should be a fun little venture. But for now, let's see whomst we can raid. Oh, I did see someone on that I have never raided before. I kind of just stumbled upon them. Oh, but this person is almost never on when I'm on, so yeah. All right, let's see. They've been going for a couple hours, but it looks like they're still going. Yeah, so let us go and visit Mayu. They're playing Pocopia. So, alright. Yeah, Mayu is freaking adorable. She's a really cute reindeer girl. So we're gonna go and visit her. Yeah, so everyone be on your best behavior, give her lots of love. Alright, so I'll put the raid in. Boom. Alright, off we go, folks. That's gonna do it for me for now. Catch me tomorrow night over on Teeny's channel for some Crooked Moon, and then I will be back on Friday playing some Blood Bowl 3. Where I will also accept challenges from friendos who would like to test their luck. So that should be a good time regardless. But yeah, off we go. Have a good night, everybody, and I will see you in the next chapter. Bye-bye.